and I hear a splash. Maybe a moose or beaver. I hear some clunking around my canoe. I was getting a little anxious at that point. Well, I made it to close to my destination. I had plan A. I was going to try drive 2. That's not going to work out. So I tried plan B, and that's not going to work out. So I'm now at a lake that's just off of a road, and there's a couple of campsites here. The mosquitoes are out full blast, and the black flies, they just turned on like a machine. So I'm going to throw my canoe in the lake and just go up for a paddle and see if there's maybe somewhere I could camp. This is going to be it. I'm going to be swarmed. No buggers. I wasn't going to stay here. Checked a couple other spots, and the bugs are horrendous. I want to explore on this lake back, if you see the lake back in there. So I'm going to be able to throw my canoe in and go down and check some other lakes off of this lake. So should be a little bit of rain, a little bit cooler temps in the morning. Maybe keep these bugs down, but for the time being, this bug jacket, 100%. There's black flies and mosquitoes are just swarming me right now. Anyway, I'm gonna finish getting camp set up here. So butter chicken rehydrating. Mosquitoes are coming on pretty good, off and on. Sometimes a gust of wind comes through and blows them away. They are bothersome. So we're just gonna hang out by the fire. It's a little hot, but mosquitoes can't handle this kind of heat. Having a nice hot cup of chicken bone broth with my dinner. A little lumpy there, it's got to kind of cook really good. I dehydrated our leftover butter chicken, so the rice dehydrates and rehydrates fine. Chicken doesn't really rehydrate if you leave it chunky, so I put all the chicken meat in the blender and just ground it up into like a paste, and then spread it out on the tray in the dehydrator and just dry it up into little flakes. And it actually rehydrates pretty well. I'm pretty happy with how it tastes. Texture is good. Maybe that's a sign I should camp here. There's already fish right there in the water. In this little back bay connects to a creek that goes to another back lake. Just want to see if I can access this. Oh, that looks very moosey. Let's see if I can get a little bit closer. Swampy. Well, literally just said how this looks moosey, but now also looks like black bear territory. What a cool rock formation. Just goes right up. Yeah, birds. There's a bird nest up there. In the rock. We're camping. The tent back there in the Mosquitoville. I can't see it. My gear I gotta put away yet. A little bit of wood cut. Enough for tonight and tomorrow morning. I'm gonna watch that sunset over here. The bugs are still bad, but at least here I'm out on a point here where there's at least a breeze. And every once in a while they get bothersome, but I can really walk away from them. Just get near the fire and smoke them out. Lots of firewood on site here. Lots of dead red pines and white pines in there. Just brewing up a coffee and then some supper here in a couple minutes. I'm gonna maybe make a few casts because I could see when I came in, I could see some bass swimming around right here on this edge. I had about maybe a 13 or 14 ounce steak there and 3 eggs. I'm gonna do it up. That smells good. Just a solid noise of mosquitoes buzzing out there. I don't know if you can hear that. Whippoorwill needs to take a breath. I had an interesting morning. I woke up around 5 a.m. I just laid there. I could just see daylight peeking through my tent. I lay there about 5 minutes and I hear a splash, like a heavy splash once, and then another heavy splash. I thought, oh, a moose or beaver. Then about a minute or less later, and my barrel. And then I heard a little bit of rummaging around noise, and I thought maybe that's a bear. And sure enough, well, I didn't even open my tent to look out because I was just listening, and I could hear it walking, and like they walk like a huffing and puffing noise, or grunting, or whatever the heck they do when they're walking. And he walked right past my tent. It was I was getting a little anxious at that point. I never had my bear bangers with me. They were just in my bag outside my tent. But I'll show you where he was rummaging around. So my green chair there was knocked over backwards. I've tipped it back up since. And my canoe's over there, and I had my barrel sitting just beside it, tied up to it. Right here, that barrel. And that's what I heard was like the plastic clunking noise. And then I literally listened to him walking right up this trail. See that trail? Like I use this trail to come over here to throw my tent back in there. But this trail just kind of goes back into the bush, and that's what the direction he went. And I listened to him. He just walked right past me right here. And so because I didn't have I wasn't going to shoot a bear banger off of my tent, obviously. So I just clapped my hands really loud, and he took off. I heard him take off. So that was my entertainment for this morning. And it's been raining pretty steady, but just lightly, so I don't mind. The black flies have dissipated, but the mosquitoes, they love this light rain, I guess. They're still bothering me. So I'm just keeping the fire going and trying to figure out what I'm going to do, because I actually was going to go hike through the exact spot where that bear walked. I was going to go that way just for a hike today and just kind of rummage through the bush and see what I could find. Nothing too extreme today. Keeping the fire going. All right, well, I'm doing my bushwhack that I've been wanting to do for a couple days. Well, actually, I checked a couple clear cuts, new clear cuts, so there's not really a lot of good food growth or whatever, but so I'm literally just, I don't know if you can see my tent in the back there. You see the water, that's where I'm camped, right back there. And I'm just looking to see if there's any moose paddles laying around, and I'm that far. I'm literally that far, and I just found, oh, that's not one, that's a part of a hip bone. Found a kill. Scapula, the scapula, and maybe a hip bone. And there's the jaw bones over here. Look at the size of these things here. The old teeth on that thing. Thought there was a paddle there, but it was a scapula. Anyhow, keep trekking. And there's some leg bones there from a moose. Tons of moose tracks in here. Not a good sign. Well, let's get away from these bugs. Well, I did spend some time fishing, and I was targeting northern pike, but I could not get any hits. So I did catch some bass, some largemouth, and some smallmouth, some pretty nice ones too. So I decided this was going to be my last day, and I was just enjoying paddling around. Anyway, thanks for following along in this little adventure. We'll see you on the next one.